France, is day 760 of the unprovoked Russian invasion of Ukraine, and tonight another Russian missile strike was conducted by the Russian terrorists against the critical civilian infrastructure in Lviv. It is reported that during the strike a Russian cruise missile entered the Polish airspace. The Polish Ministry of Defense reports that the interceptors that were scrambled due to the threat tracked the Russian missile crossing the Polish airspace for 39 seconds. Soon after the strike, the Russian terrorists attempted to hit the same objects of civilian infrastructure using the hypersonic missiles. Also, several of the Russian missiles were shot down over Kiev. Despite the debris, no damage or casualties were reported. Hours before the strike, the Ukrainian defenders hit the biggest Russian communication center in Sevastopol. Also, it is reported that two big landing ships, Yamal and Azov, were destroyed as a result of the strike. Currently, the situation for the Black Sea Fleet looks approximately like this. At this point, only 3 out of 9 Russian big landing ships remain intact. The rest went after the Russian flagship Moskva. Not only the terrorist federation has lost half of its vessels to a country that has no fleet whatsoever, but also after the last year's strike on Sevastopol, killing numerous Russian officers and possibly the chief of the Black Sea Fleet, its command center got relocated directly to Moscow from the illegally occupied Crimea. The recent strike on the communication facilities will further decimate the capabilities to command the Russian naval forces, but also the air forces located in the area. The pro-Russian puppets on the internet had split position regarding the strike. Some of them kept claiming that all of the missiles were shot down. The others nagged about Ukraine openly striking the military targets in Crimea. Meanwhile, the Russian reporters looked pretty much devastated with the attack. Some of them suggested that additionally several Russian jet fighters parked on the ground of Belbek Air Base were damaged beyond repair with the fragments. Also, 34 invaders, including 11 Russian officers, according to the Russian data, were eliminated by the Ukrainian missiles. In general, the recent 2 days can be described as hysterical attempts of the Russian and pro-Russian propagandists to cross-mate a camel with a rhino and connect the ISIS attack in Moscow to the US and Ukraine. Some degenerates already suggested that it was the US that created ISIS, which, by the way, was based on Al-Qaeda, responsible for the 9/11. As you can see, the Russian misinformation can irreversibly harm human brain, of course, if a person has it on a first place. With that, my friends, I wish you all a beautiful day. I'm Operator Starsky. As always, be safe.